And welcome to another week of the ETB Sportsnet Coaches Show with head football coach Brian Mayper, brought to you by Marshall Hometown Tire here in Marshall, Texas. Coach, welcome back. Heading into week number 8. Welcome to another show here on the ETB Sportsnet.
Good to be here. Season's flying by.
It is. I can't believe we're into November. We're moving into the November season now. And
yes.
3 games left. But before we talk about November already, let's talk a little about homecoming. You guys had a great festivities here on Saturday, a pep rally on Friday night, some fireworks. Talk a little about the atmosphere and what the pep rally was and what you guys did for that and the things that happened through homecoming.
No, I mean, it's an exciting time. You got guys that come back. There were a lot of alumni, a lot of football alumni that came back. With, as we said it last week, we had some Howard Payne alumni that followed a few of the coaches, so they came over here to support us. But it was a neat time because you get to see all the alumni come back and see what the improvements on campus. I mean, obviously the campus is vastly improved over the past 3 years, and just to see everything that's there, it's just a neat time to reconnect. I did the pep rally. Unfortunately, the weather didn't want to cooperate, so did the pep rally here in the gym and had the gym packed out. It was exciting, band playing. Pom Squad danced and the cheerleaders danced or cheered. I don't know the correct terms, but they did their thing and that was pretty awesome. Farrah does a great job with them, and then the band played, so it was neat. And I got to get up and speak. Just talked about unity, and obviously with homecoming, it was Tiger Nation unified. So, they cheered us on to victory. So that was pretty awesome. And then had Brian Baca had a chance to get up and speak. And then afterwards, we went out and enjoyed the fireworks. A little misty weather, but you could still shoot fireworks off. So that was a good time.
And then the atmosphere at the game on Saturday was really great with the homecoming crowd and the packed house that we had and the people along the hill and everything like that.
Oh, it's an awesome time. And a lot of people do alumni games. I know softball had an alumni game, home run derby, so that was a lot of fun for them. Can't think of who else did soccer do something. I think soccer did something.
They were home on Thursday and Sunday after the rain out. So a lot of things went on for homecoming. So let's shift to the homecoming game. You guys pull out a 41-35 win over Howard Payne University, kind of back and forth. You guys kind of had control of the game after the first quarter. They're scoring and then going ahead. But talk a little bit about the ups and downs of the game. They started off and scored. We had a really short punt, and they made plays, and then we came back and answered pretty quick. Davian Carter made a great play along the sideline that continued to drive, and then we scored. I think it was J. Rob's first score. I can't remember what happened. It was a rushing or passing that time. I think it was a rushing touchdown. And then just kind of back and forth, kind of took control of it going into halftime, 28-14. And then came out second half and kept the game under control. And you guys had a lot of bigger plays that's kind of helped this season. J. Rob, again, 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing, over 200 yards of total offense for him.
Oh, yeah.
Big plays, defense. Kind of talk about those plays that helped spur you guys to victory.
Like I said, that one play, Davian made a big play. Jeremiah, I think, scored one from about 50-something yards out, and then another one from 30-something. Justin Ward scored one from about 50 or 40 yards out. So, the offensive line did great, and we just caught them in the right defense. And one time the guy made the guy miss, and we did throw a trick play in there, which Jeremiah scored on. And but Baca threw the ball well. Guys made plays. Defensively stepped up. So we did.
And a blocked field goal.
Key to that was right before that we punted the ball. They returned the ball back to about the 15-yard line. We won't talk about the block in the back they missed right in front of them, but it's part of football, so we had to overcome the officials on that game. But Keyshawn Alexander, who's one of our personal protectors, is actually on the other side, closer to our stands in the field house, about the 15-yard line, and he chases the guy down, saves a touchdown. If not, I think the guy walks in the end zone.
Wow.
So he saves it, then defensively steps up and makes 3 and out, stops them, and then we get the block kick. Thought we had a chance to do some things, and one of our safeties, KJ Kelly, steps in there and blocks it through the D gap, and big turnaround. So that was
great
really
momentum change for you guys.
Exactly.
Your way. So now that we've talked a little about the game, Jeremiah Robinson was ASC Offensive Player of the Week. Talk a little about your Players of the Week and who you named this week after this game.
Well, obviously the ASC got it right, so they might have followed us on Twitter before we posted that. But yeah, Jeremiah had a great game. I mean, catching, I think it was like 40-something, 50-something yards receiving, and 160,
170 yards rushing.
Yeah. So, I mean, he had a great game. Average, I think, 7-point-something yards a carry.
7.2, I think.
So, obviously, he was the offensive player of the game. We had a lot of guys that stepped up and made plays. I mean, Baca, he could have got it too. I mean, he tied the touchdown record here at ETBU. So, that was good. Defensively, I'm going blank on who that was. Defensively, it was James Wright, the fourth. So James had a couple sacks. We got to get one of the stats corrected, but did a great job pressuring the quarterback. Several tackles for losses, several tackles. But again, had a lot of guys that could have stepped up and done that. But he played extremely well, and especially in critical downs, made plays. And then on special teams, I just mentioned it earlier, but Keyshawn did a solid job. I mean, we were inches away from returning the kick, probably about 3 or 4 times. He returned kicks this game and did a great job. And then the big thing was the punt, catching that guy from behind and forcing the blocked field goal.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Watching him play out there, he's quick and he can see the field real well. So he's going to be fun to watch the next 3 years.
And then he made a big touchdown at the end.
Yeah, he did. So you're now sitting at 4-3, 3 games left, 2 on the road, 1 at home. This weekend we've got to head down to Central Texas, Georgetown, take on Southwestern University. They're sitting a little below us, but they've given everybody a hard time here in the conference. Talk a little bit about what we're going to see out of Southwestern.
They're different from everybody else on the team. I mean, they're going to run the option. They're committed to it. They played McMurray and had 9 turnovers and still won the ball game. Whenever you turn the ball over 9 times, it's hard to win a ball game. So they have a lot of talent. They're going to play hard. I think they've played everybody in the conference pretty tough. Up and down. I mean, they're obviously running that type of offense. You're going to burn a lot of clocks, so you got to make opportunity to score when you can. And their defense is playing well too. So they're a solid program. Coach Austin's been there. This is his 2nd year also, and he's kind of getting that thing turned around. I think it's his 2nd year.
No, I think he started the program.
Oh, okay.
So he's been there.
He's been there a few.
5th or 6th year.
Okay.
My mistake on that. He's done really well with the program. I mean, they've always been in the top tier there, 3rd, 4th place.
Right.
And they're always a team that is hard to play, especially down in Georgetown.
Exactly.
So it'll be fun to go down there and have another tough American Southwest Conference match. Because even looking at the D3 standings, they still have Hardin Simmons ranked. Texas Lutheran is undefeated in conference and receiving votes and not ranked, which is something everybody is saying that they should. But just looking at the conference again, I mean, it's wide open from 2nd on down to 7th place again. Exactly.
I mean, it's a great conference. And you look at teams we played, I don't know if anybody else is matched up with someone, but Platteville is a great team, and they've won their whole conference except for
the
Whitewater game, which was a 7-point game.
Up there.
So as close as we play them, that's probably one of the best comparisons to the conference. And our guys our conference is really competitive, really good.
Yeah, it's from top to bottom, and seeing Wisconsin Platteville and what they did and playing them is a good comparison getting into the season because you're already ready to go for those next 9 games.
Exactly.
So, and they're sitting well. They've got a chance to make the playoffs then too. So we don't play that easy non-conference game to get ready for the season. You're playing teams that are getting you ready for the toughest conference in the nation.
Right.
So, all right, Coach. Well, thanks for talking to us this week on the ETB Sportsnet Coaches Show, brought to you by Hometown Tire here in Marshall, Texas. Again, we'll be back next week with head coach Brian Mayper talking Southwestern University. Thanks for watching here on the ETB Sportsnet. We'll see you later.